I used to hear this song on the radio. It was a long, long, long song. It's by Stevie, and it was about his baby. Hold on, y'all. I want to open this up on YouTube. Y'all know the song. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute. I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? Made for love. Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. Yeah. We have been heaven blessed. I can't believe what God has done to us. He's given life to one. Isn't she lovely? Baby, love. Making one as lovely as she. Well, you had to make love to get her there. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she lovely? Oh, isn't she wonderful? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? She lovely. Isn't she wonderful, wonderful, wonderful? Isn't she lovely? Yeah. Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she lovely? Oh, isn't she never thought through love would be making one as lovely as she. I can't believe what God has done through us. He's given life to one. Isn't she lovely? Baby. man, that's some good stuff right there. I was just thinking about Rebecca. Today is her 30th birthday, and I just feel like playing the piano, y'all. Is that okay for you? Is that all right? I just wanted to play the piano for my little girl. She's out with her man. He stole her from me. I seen 6. You good. Don't stop it. Bass.
It's the show that will get you thinking, and where the topics are hot. Feel free to comment whether we agree or not, 'cause he's got something to say.
Sir Walter Jones. Sir Walter Jones.
He's got something to say. Sir Walter Jones.
Sir Walter Jones.
Reporting live 7 days a week, always on time, but his time is not free. Sir Walter Jones, always on fleek. Latest trending topics had you jumping out your seat.
He's got something to say.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Hello, my Sir Walter Jones show. I'm here. It is the evening edition, baby. Come on in, the water's fine. Hey, listen. I'm looking at some of these songs here. You are the sunshine of my life. No, this is You Are My Sunshine. Oh, that's Johnny Cash. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when songs are great. Sorry, you'll never know, babe, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's 2. That's Johnny Cash. Right by You by John Legend. And some of these I've never heard of before. It Won't Be Like This for Long by Darius Rucker. I've heard that one before. Don't even know how to even start to play that. Gracie by Ben Folds. Never heard that. Daughters. Oh. Daughters, be good. No, what is it? Fathers, be good to your daughter. Mothers will learn how to do. Girls will be lovers and turn into mothers. But mothers, be good to your daughters too. Mothers, be good to your daughters too. Something like that. It's a beautiful song. If you turn into Patreon in around 15 more minutes, that song pops up. Y'all know I'm always preparing y'all on Patreon. John Mayer, that's one of the greatest daughter songs. Only One by Kanye West. I don't know that one. Father and Daughter by Paul Simon. Okay. Daddy's Lesson by Beyonce. Never heard that one before. Y'all heard that one? I have never heard that one before. My Little Girl by Tim McGuire. Ooh. Letter to My Daughter by Rondo, don't know. Winter by Tori Amos. Your Joy by Chrisette Michelle. Oh, I know that one's bad. Butterfly Kisses and You, or something like that. Bob Carlyle, that was a big hit. Fathers and Daughters by Michael Bolton. The Old King by Hamilton something. I hope you. I hope you dance. Something like that. I was close. That's a beautiful song. I Hope You Dance. Ann Womack. Daddy by Beyonce. Okay. I Love You So Much by Chance the Rapper. Lullaby by Billy Joel. Oh, Good Night, My Angel. so pretty. It sounds. I hear it, but I never played it before. It's beautiful, y'all. Y'all need to hit that up. That's Billy Joel, y'all. Good night, my angel. It's so pretty. Good night, my angel. Time to go to sleep. Daughter by Wainwright, something like that. It's for my dad, Nancy Sinatra. Okay. Always Be Your Baby, Natalie Grant. I heard that one before. Blues Freestyle by Jay-Z. All right. Wind Beneath My Wings for daughters. Bette Miller. Pretty song. Sweet Pea by Amos Lee. Ready, Set, Don't Go, Billy Ray Cyrus. Y'all have heard these before? First Man by Cabello. Like My Daddy. Lanesia. What? Lanesia Tyson? You made this? This is I'm Lanesia Tyson. I didn't know she made the hit. Oh man, I raised her. Anyway, Daddy's Hand by Holly Dunn. When You Need Me, Bruce Springsteen. Daddy's Little Girl by the Shirers. Okay, it's a lot here. It's a whole lot. But their number one song, obviously, is the one I opened up with, Isn't She Lovely? Y'all know, my father had 7 boys back to back. Back to back. That house was crazy. I don't know how he did it. My brother Michael was born 61. And then Rodney was born maybe a year later. Then my brother Larry was born a year and a half later. Then I was born after that. And then we all thought we were done. I was the baby child for about almost 5 years. So I know how it feels to be the baby. Almost 5 years. And then I remember coming in the house one time after playing in the streets. I came home, and this little boy was sucking my mother's breast, and I got upset on the couch in the front room. My brother Dwayne was born. And then, Dance with My Father, even though it was sang about fathers, it wasn't really about the mother or the daughter or anything, but still a good one. And then Dwayne was born, and then 4 more came back to back after that. But Dwayne was born, then another boy came, which was David, and then another boy came, which was Justin, and it was like boy, 7 boys back to back. And my mother was like, when I was born, she thought I was going to be a girl. She wanted me to be a girl. So she dressed me up in pink and all kind of stuff. When she bought pink stuff because she just knew that the Lord told her I was going to be a girl. I'm so glad I didn't turn out the other way, if you know what I mean. So I have a picture of me dressed in pink on the way home from the hospital. And then, poof, it said, "You're having a girl." My sister, Janina, was born. Shocked us all. And I remember that night when my father called us and told us that my sister was born, and my mother almost died. It was something that they almost had to either kill the baby or kill my mother. It was rough. So we all prayed. I don't know, when was this? 1978 or something around there? But we were so excited that we were finally having a sister that we can beat up. And it was odd changing her diaper too, because it was like, what is that? Don't nobody tag my sister. Don't nobody tag my sister. We was like, what is that? There's no tool there. What is that? I didn't know how to change a diaper. I was like, I was I never knew what it looked like. What yuck. Mama, you gonna do because I changed my brother David, Dwayne, Justin, I changed all their diapers. Janina came in the picture. My mom said, change the diaper. And I said, I am not touching that. That is nasty. I don't know what it is. It's not an outer, it's an inner. Am I ruining my birthday? Am I ruining my daughter's birthday? Am I ruining it was just disgusting when I was so I let my mama do the diaper change from that moment on. And as she grew, she became a problem to the brothers because the brothers had to protect her. Okay. Somebody said, Walter. It was just so nasty. What is this? Did God make a mistake? I slept with brothers. I peed with brothers. You understand? I swam with the brothers. Everything we did, it was all brothers. I didn't know what a girl was. This thing come in the house and mama want me to change the diaper to this thing. And what is this thing? It's not even, it has a, it's divided. It's not even outer. This thing, whatever this thing is, it's divided. It's caught between two opinions. I'm getting so many messages. So anyway, yeah. Before I go too deep into this. Somebody type in that. Pull it in. Pull it in. Yeah, I was almost. Diane said, "Security." Melody. I didn't know. I ain't know. All right. All I know was I wasn't touching it, and my mama's changed the diapers ever since. And to this day, I don't know how to change a diaper. Traumatized. Okay. And then my sister Precious was born. And my father, this is the point I'm trying to get to, because Walter always interrupting these stories. My father finally said, we're done. My sister Precious was born, and my father, out of his mouth, says, I'm going to spoil this one. This is the one I'm going to spoil. And he meant that thing. To this very day, he's spoiling her. She's in her mid-40s. Her name was Precious Soletta, or Precious Soul. My father finally had his girls, 2 girls that he loved so dear that he forgot about his sons. As I got older and I had my son, I cherished every moment that something like that came out of my loins. Came out of her body, but it came out of my loins. I was so proud. My wife got pregnant again, and I got upset because we couldn't even afford the child we had. When the Lord told me it was going to be a girl, I didn't have a girl name picked. I had all boys' names picked, and I had Bible names. Joshua, Matthew, Mark, Luke. I had all kind of Bible names, No girl names. It wasn't until we were at the hospital when the Lord told me, this is your gift. This is the one for you. And I remember having the baby book. We had a thick baby book at the time, a baby names book. I remember going down to Borders Books and buying a baby name book. This is 1993. And I was looking for a name that represented the gift. Me and my wife at the time argued a lot, almost every day. And it was in Rebecca that I needed some type of peace and solace. And so I saw Rebecca, and I saw what it meant. It meant quarrels appeased. And I said, that's her name. My wife said, what's her name? I said, quarrels appeased. She said, what is that? Oh, I'm sorry, Rebecca. And I said, I got to figure out how to spell it, because there's the K's and then there's the C's, and then I said, don't call her Becky. That's too white for me. My name was Rebecca. And because I loved olives so much, I love olives on my food. I like olive juice. I just like it. Both black, and I said, we're gonna name her Rebecca Olivia. Jesus' Sermon on the Mount was one of my favorites. And that is her name. And I remember that baby when her water broke, and we was in the hospital, and I remember Rebecca coming out of my wife's body, and I kept saying, come on, Rebecca. And my wife at the time was like, how you know? It could be your John or your Matthew. I said, the Lord told me. That's Rebecca. She is my gift. Now, you could have a gift too if you want to, but she's for me. She was coming out, and I remember seeing all that hair everywhere. I said, yeah, that's a girl. And there she was, and pow, doctor spanked her, and there she was. I said, breathe, Becca, breathe. And then I knew it was a girl, because my trauma of changing my sister's diaper came back, and I said, there it is. There's that same split. There it is. I remember that. I remember seeing that. I know y'all like, you got a whole wife and you still traumatized. It wasn't the same, y'all. It wasn't the same. Renee said, oh, Lord. All the messages are coming in now. The messages are coming back. All the messages had paused. And then they just come back. They just flooded. Jones. Okay. And there she was. Drew said, stop. It's my Becca. And I said, that's my gift right there. I knew it was my gift because my wife and I would argue and fuss and fight. And Rebecca would crawl in the room and everything would stop. We both would be confused. We didn't know what we were fighting about. Whether she was walking, or whether she was crawling, or whether she just yelled and screamed. When that voice was in the house, peace was in the room. That's why y'all wonder why I'm so close to baby girl. Because she's my gift. So my son and my daughter are extremely close. They've always been very close. And I was nervous because I didn't know how my son was going to treat this new thing coming into the house. So I remember testing him out. I didn't know I was testing him, but I did. The uncle heard this story. I remember we lived in a townhome where it was upstairs, downstairs, and Mama was at work. No, she was at school. And I remember saying to Junior, who was only maybe about 4 years old at the time, I said, Junior, listen, I want you to watch your sister as I go next door. I need to go next door to borrow something from my mother. She lived right next door. I said, I'm going to go over there. Okay, Daddy. Okay. And I remember going over there, and my mother talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. She talked so long that I had forgotten that I had children over there. I said, Mom, my kids. And I said, oh. And I grabbed whatever I went over there for, and I ran over to the house. When I opened the front door, I heard a lot of crying. I said, oh my God, Rebecca is crying, and I don't know what to do. They're gonna put me in jail. And I walked up my little winding stairs, and I got to the door of the bedroom, and I saw this sight that I'll never forget. I knew I wasn't going to ever forget it the moment I saw it. My son had Rebecca in his arms. He was sitting on the bed and he was rocking her. And it wasn't Rebecca who was crying. It was Walter Jr. He was the one crying. She was content. Yeah. I'm like, why are you crying? Because she was crying and I didn't know how to shut her up. I said, Lord have mercy. Bears both and blessing to you, sir. And that moment there, then I heard God says, this is the way it's always going to be with them, those two. Your son is going to be her protector. And I did not know that divorce was going to happen a few years later. And he would take her through that. Help her through it. Daughters are very close to fathers, typically. And one thing I cannot understand, how a man could abandon his daughter. I can't understand how a man could abandon his daughter. Again, if you all are on Patreon, you probably got a ding 5 minutes ago, and the life and times of Rebecca Jones is up there. You stay over here first, and then you can go over there and watch it in a minute. How can a man abandon his daughter? I'll never understand that. And I guess I should understand it because of the dichotomy and the division between man and woman when they have children. Sometimes the woman causes the division. Sometimes the woman keeps the man away from the daughter. We're not talking about sons yet, I'm talking about daughters. She keeps him away. He stays away because he can't get in. So she keeps him away, and so the longer he's away, the more the mama pours into the daughter all of the hatred and vitriol stuff to the daughter. And then what happens is, it does backfire, by the way, you all. The daughter grows up hating her father. Grows up hating the father. And then when the daughter gets a certain age, she reconnects with the father. She cries, she gets upset, she says, you never was there. The father finally tells her, it wasn't me. I wanted to be there, but every time I tried to, the mama was in the way. And then the mother turns, the daughter turns on the mother. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. Let me tell y'all something about daughters. When they're young, yes, the mother has great influence over them when the father is gone. He could be a deadbeat, it doesn't matter. But there's something inside of a daughter that's searching for her father. And this is why she goes after these other men who are no good. Sometimes she's repeating what she saw her mother do. So if a mother was abused, then this daughter's going to be abused because she interprets that as love. Come on, Beavis Bolton. I know yours is. I know what yours is. Yeah, I've heard your story. You've been on the show, talked about it. So I would watch these morning TV shows like Oprah when she was on in the morning, and Donahue and Sally Jesse Raphael and that other woman. And they would have these shows where they were trying to connect families back, and it was typical. It was a man on the stage who hadn't seen his daughter for a long time, and fighting and fussing and what have you. And before the show was out, the daughter directs her heart towards her father. She cries and says, you were never there, and I needed you. And the father's crying because he feels so horrible about it. And then he's like, I'm going to do whatever I can to be there. And then they reconnect. And then the mother's looking silly on stage. This is too common. I see this too much. This is not to say that there are no y'all call deadbeat fathers out there. The problem with saying that a man is not there, so he's a deadbeat father, is you're trying to put all the men who are not there in the same bucket. When it's a case by case situation. It is. It's case by case. When I divorced from or she divorced me, it doesn't matter. We were divorced. I had to move out. And my heart was so sad and my heart was hurting because I could not be at home to tuck my children in at night. I worried about my son, obviously, but I really worried about my daughter because I didn't want her to be raised up with a single mother thinking, and I knew her mother was going to be dating eventually, so she wound up dating, and then some man now was in the house that I raised, trying to love on my children, and now you've got this fight between two men. This fight, because men are territorial. So when I would call on the phone and I would hear about this man in the house, I would get upset. Like, that's the instinct. I would get upset. She had every right to date. And obviously, if this man was going to be in her life, he has every right to take on the children as well. But it didn't matter because that instinct in a man. So I was trying to pull my daughter out of that house so she could be with me because I didn't want another man raising my daughter. That's the instinct of a man. So when you go on Patreon, just matter of fact, for those of you who may not know, it's not in the premium, it's on the free Patreon, so you don't have to pay anything, you all. For those of you saying I don't have the premium one now, I put it on the free page so y'all can see it. I couldn't play it on here because it plays a whole lot of music that is already copywritten, and YouTube and Facebook would have snatched it. So even though I took it off of off of YouTube, but YouTube don't silence stuff that has been on YouTube over 10 years. Once they changed things, you were grandfathered in. Anyway, it's prom time. And my daughter's mother is having the prom send off at her boyfriend's house. Yeah. And so I'm hanging out with my daughter, taking her shopping, taking her here and there, so that we can go back to the boyfriend's house so she can go upstairs and change. I get to the boyfriend's house. My daughter, we rang the bell. He comes to the door. My daughter goes inside. He looks at me and stops me at the door. Yeah. He stops me at the door. All right, for those of you who are asking, do I have it here? You're asking about Patreon. I'm trying to see how to do this. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this. There it is. Okay, for those of you who are asking, that you just go there. That's the website. www, by the way, but you don't have to tap in no more. Hit the free button. Just hit the free button and you're in. The man stops me at the door and he said, "Who are you?" You hear that music playing? Yeah, "Who are you?" And I said, "I'm Mr. Jones." Now, I wasn't Walter. I wasn't Sir Walter. No, to him, I'm Mr. Jones. "Mr. Jones, who are you here for?" And the devil was right here. The devil was right here. And the angel was right here. And the angel was right here. And I looked over and looked at the devil and said, "What you want me to do?" Yeah. I said, "Devil, what you want me to do?" "Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it." So that thing in me wanted to go off on him. So I was getting ready to go off, and the angel pulled my coattail. The angel pulled my coattail. So he said, who are you? I says, I'm the reason why all these people are here today. He was like, what do you mean? I said, did you see that little girl going there? He said, yeah. I'm the reason why everybody's here today. He said, wait, man, you need to say something. This man, you just coming up to my door, ringing the bell, and you ain't saying nothing. I said, bruh, didn't you see that little girl walking there with me? Walking there. We walked up the stairs. You saw us. All right. And she walks in there and you stop me. Who the heck? He said, all right, man, I don't need no trouble. He said, come on in, man, come on in. I said, all right, I'm coming in. I don't want to, but I'm coming in. And my sisters were sitting there. Janina and Precious was there. And was one of my brothers there? I can't remember. All I know is my sisters were there, and they said, come here, brother. They both said, come here, brother. And none can calm a man like a woman, especially two women. Okay? I sat there in another man's house and watched my daughter come down another man's stairs and her. All this on Patreon, by the way. Y'all go to Patreon and you can see all of it. Not the almost fight. No, the fight, I didn't put that on Patreon. I didn't put it. So I got up and I go into the kitchen, to entertain whoever, and he's there, and then the Lord said, make it right with him. Make it right with him. If you don't make it right with him, this is the way it's going to always be. He is going to be around your kids. And I made it right with him. And before the night was out, we were laughing and joking, and he was apologizing. All right. Isn't she lovely, babe of love? So, let me remove this out the screen here. Jacob had a daughter by the name of Dinah. Y'all always talk about the 12 sons, but you never talk about Dinah. Dinah was basically raped, taken advantage of, defiled, maybe King James may say. She was defiled by a man from, is it Shechem? Was he a prince? He had his way with her, and then he fell in love with her. And it caused problems because the brothers, Levi and Simeon, unfortunately was there. I think maybe almost any other brother would have handled it different, but those two right there, it's like my brother Larry. My brother Larry, Fairs Evans, blessings to you, sir. My brother Larry he's the protector of the whole family. He will kill and go to prison if you mess with any Jones. All right. Now, I will go to prison too. It's just that I know how to put my anger to a place where I may not go to prison, but I'll go to jail. My crime might be a misdemeanor. His is going to be murder one. Because I know what to do with my anger. All right. So Simeon and Levi was Larry Jones. And they was like, listen, you can have our daughter, our sister, but you gotta have everybody in that tribe circumcised if you want to be a part of the Jewish people. And they were like, okay, we could do that. We could do it. And they went back there and did it, all right. And Levi and Simeon gathered the army and went over there and killed up everybody. Why? Because they got snipped and they was weak. They were in pain. And he got them when they was weak. And And the father was like, what in the world did y'all do? He was like, you've destroyed us. These people were nice to us, they were neighborly, and y'all go there and cause problems. Now we got to leave town. Y'all go ahead and read it again. There's something about daughters. So my sister Janina got hit in the eye by a dude on the block. And the mistake that the dude made first was to hit my sister. The second mistake was he hit her on the wrong day. He hit her on the day that her brothers were home. None of us lived at home. We all were married and gone. But we just happened to be home visiting mom and dad. He made a big mistake. My father was home. Rodney was home. I was home. Dwayne was home. The only thing that saved that boy is that Larry was not home. Larry wasn't home. He wasn't home. Because if Larry was home, that boy who hit my sister, Larry would still be in prison today. Yeah, Larry would still be in prison today. But once we all got in Rodney's car and we drove and asked Rebecca, we asked my sister, point him out where he lived, and we all piled in that car like we were like a clown car. We all piled in that car and we drove up the alley to find that Negro who hit my sister. It was going to be a day of reckoning for that boy. A day of reckoning. And we all got out the car, and that boy was standing at the door, shivering. Yeah, shivering. You heard the story before, nephew? Shivering. Here's the thing. The boy didn't have to worry about the brothers as much as he had to worry about the father. My father, at that time, had Popeye arms, Popeye hands. He was big. And he put his hand in that boy's face, apologized to my daughter. What's wrong with you? And he just went off on that boy. And we like, what we here for? Pops, what we here for? Go on, do your thing, old man. Go on, do your thing. And my father was getting ready to beat the living hell out of that little boy. Why? Because that was his daughter. That was our sister, yes. But that was his daughter. And guess what happened? Vice lords came from over here. Disciples came from over here. All of a sudden, everybody who I didn't know lived on the block was outside waiting on a fight to happen. And my father was the strongest thing on that block. And y'all know how girls are. You know how girls are. He did this and he did that. He did not. You did that. And she going off. And I'm like, Janina, you about to get us all killed. You about to get us all killed. Because all the army's on the block now. And if you don't shut your behind up, you already got hit. Now you're gonna get your daddy killed. The cutest brother you got, which is me, you're gonna get me killed. And these ugly brothers of yours, you can get them all killed. And then now you're going to live a life of shame because you can't shut your big mouth. Shut your mouth. Your daddy got it. Your daddy got it. He crazy. He old and crazy. He'll fight each one of these. Now, I'm going to fight. I'm going to bite. And I'm going to swing and bite at the same time because I do have dignity, but I got strong teeth. I'm going to bite. And my father had that boy humble himself. The boy apologized. The boy was nervous. Not for us, because of my father. Because why? That was his daughter. I'm telling y'all, man. The west side of Chicago, boy, back in the day, I know it's crazy now, but back then, we had dignity. We didn't kill you unless we understood there was rules of engagement back then. Today, y'all just killing folk just because he walked across the street funny. No, we only killed you if we understood the story. We called truce and we respected territories and all that stuff. Not now. So, my daughter got older and she starts sniffing boys. Baby girl, what you doing? Nothing. You looked at that boy. I know you looked at that boy. It's okay, baby girl. It's natural. It's natural. They can look, but they can't touch. You still belong to me until I figure this out. You belong to me. My grandmother died. We had the funeral, and this little light-skinned boy gets out of the car with Rebecca. And I looked at her. I said, who the hell? Who this white boy? Oh, that's Chuck. Chuck, huh? Chuck. That's on his birth certificate. Chuck. Young man, what's your real name? Charles. Okay. So what's going on here? Oh, that's my friend. So okay, friend. All right, friend. All right, friend. And we went into the funeral. He went away. I said, okay, maybe that was a fluke. Maybe that just was the friend. And then I saw him again. I said, that white boy done showed up again. Who was this? Oh, you remember he was at the funeral. He was at the funeral? Yeah. Is that Charles? Yeah, Chuck. All right, Chuck. Okay, Chucky. So before you know it, Chucky's coming over to the house, taking her out. I said, okay. All right, white boy. He's not white. Okay, well, hey, he got his hue is higher than me and yours. He's not white. He's black and he's Hispanic. Okay, what part of the Hispanic? Because that Hispanic is ethnicity. What race is he? She said he Mexican. I said, no, he look like Puerto Rican. She said, leave him alone, Daddy. I love you. You don't know him. Uh-oh, my battery, y'all. Hold on, my battery's gone. I'm gonna have to plug this. Talk amongst yourselves, sweet. Let me see. Do this work? Do this work? All right. That one works. There you go. It works. Shocking. It works. Okay. So, where was I? Oh, I love you. I love you. I said, okay. All right, I love you. So, what had happened was, Rebecca was rolling on the floor one day. Our many moments of playing around in the house. She's rolling on the floor, and I looked at her belly. I said, that girl pregnant. That girl pregnant. But I ain't gonna say nothing. And then she started moping around the house. Just moping. Just like her mother did in 1992. I said, that girl pregnant. But I ain't gonna say nothing. I waited at least a month or two. I ain't saying nothing. And then my daughter texted me. This is no secret. The bunkers heard this story. She texted me. She said, I want to talk to you tonight. Me and Chucky want to talk to you tonight. I said, okay. I said, I'm ready. Yeah. And then she came home. She came in my office. She said, so how are you, Father? I'm like, I'm fine. How you doing, baby? I'm fine. So she started fidgeting with things in the office. She She's like, oh, that's a nice microphone, Papa. I'm like, yeah, that's a nice microphone. It's really nice, really nice. What is that, a rubber band? It's it's a rubber band. And the rubber band ties in, it's a shock mount. So that when you bump it, it does it. Oh, that's really nice. I never seen one of those before. Nah, I know, baby girl, I know. So what's that is hanging on? I said, it's an arm. It's an arm that holds the mic. So this is a shock mount, and the arm holds the mic so you can, like you see on the radio. She said, oh, that's nice. It's a nice arm. Nice arm. So that's a piano, huh? Yeah, it's a piano. How many keys is it, Father? Well, it's probably 70, 60, 61 keys maybe. 61. How many keys do typical pianos have? I said, well, baby girl, 61, 71, 73, something like that. And then 88. Wow, I look like you got all the pianos in your office. I said, yes, baby girl, yes. They all in the office. So, Father, yes, baby. How many lights you got in your office? Just one here, one there, two there. Yeah, about two, maybe three in the back. Oh, so bright in here. Yes, it's quite bright in here. Yes. So you gonna live tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna go live tonight. I'm gonna go live tonight. Yeah. What you gonna talk about? Stuff. Just stuff. Okay. You talk good stuff. Thank you, baby. Thank you. So, I went to the doctor today. Oh, you did, baby girl? Yeah, I did. Okay. You were for a checkup? Everything's good? Yeah. Everything's all right. Everything's all right. Everything's good. You sure? Yeah, everything's good, Pop. All is well. Okay. Then I said, so when's the baby due? She's like, she said, excuse me? I said, so when's the baby due? She said, who told you? Who told you? I said, well, y'all always think that men are dumb. Y'all just think men are dumb. I said, baby girl, you just like your mama. You have been moping around this house for weeks. She should know I wasn't. I said, yes. Everything your mama did when she was pregnant with you, you did the exact same thing, said the exact same words, ate the exact same foods, didn't eat the exact same foods and dishes that you used to like. You didn't like it no more. I said, you pregnant. She was like, wow. She said, yeah. I said, so what you gonna do? She said, well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep it or not. And I said, all right. When she said that, then I says, no more playing around. I had to be her father at that moment. I said, baby girl, you know I love you. She said, yeah. I said, how much you think I love you? She said, you love me a lot. I said, come on, give me some specifics. So she gave me the specifics. I said, yeah, I love you. I love the ground you walk on. I sure do. She said, I know. I said, baby girl, I need my grandchild. I need my grandchild. I don't want my grandchild. I need my grandchild. She sat there just. I said, so you got to give me my grandbaby. You can't get rid of my grandbaby. That's mine. That's mine. She said, okay. And she got up. She walked out. And every day, I start seeing her grow and grow and grow and diet change and sickness and all of the things, because this had never grown in her belly before. And I was there for every moment, every breath she took. I was right there. And guess what? So was Chucky. I said, Chucky, I want to talk to you, bro. And he's shaking in his boots. I said, let's go to Sursville. That's the park up the street. He said, all right, Pops. Yeah, let's go to Sursville. Got in my car. We went to Sursville, and we got out, and we walked around. And I took him for a tour. I ain't talk about babies. I ain't talk about marriage. I ain't talk about. We just went for a walk. I said, you see that tree right there? God made that tree. I said, yeah. I said, you see the leaves? God made the leaves. He said, yeah. I said, you see that building right there? Man made the building, but God made the man that made the building. He said, yeah. I said, yeah. See this ground right here? Yeah. Man made the ground. God made the man that made the ground. He said, yeah. It's good stuff, Pops. Come on. You a teacher? You could teach it. Yeah, I know. Let's keep walking. I started giving him a history of the Pullman area. I gave him the history of black people in that area. And he was like, wow, I never heard this stuff before. Yeah, it's good history. Good history. I said, you don't have a father. Your father's not in your life. I can tell. He said, how you can tell? I can tell the way you walk. You don't have a father. I can tell the way you talk to my daughter. You don't have no daddy. You ain't got no daddy. I said, son, I'm going to be your father from this moment on. You understand? He said, I appreciate it, Pops. I said, do you know the Lord? He said, well, I know him. I said, no, who is he? And then he told me who he was. I said, no, that ain't him. That ain't the Lord. That's syncretism. You mixing Catholicism with Muslims with Christianity. That ain't him. Let me tell you who he is. And I sat on that bench and I preached the gospel of Jesus Christ to that boy who's going to be the father of my grandchild. He said, oh, wow. I said, so that baby's going to be born. I'm going to raise that child up into holiness. You understand that, right? He said, yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I said, and I want you to do it too. He said, no, I understand. I said, now, let me tell you something here. Rebecca is my daughter. I love her more than life itself. Do you understand? He said, yeah. I said, do you love her? He said, yeah, I love her. I said, I love her more. He said, dang. All right, Pops. I said, yeah, I love her more. I've loved her longer than you. He said, okay. And I said, if you lay one hand on my daughter, every time you wake up, you're going to see my face in your vision. Do you understand? I don't know if you're going to see my hand coming your way or my hand going from you because it had already attacked you. I don't know which vision you're going to see. But every time you wake up, you're going to know I've been there. You're going to smell my perfume, my cologne, my body wash, whatever I'm wearing. You won't be able to get that scent out of you because I will beat the hell out of you. You understand? Now, I'm saying hell now, but I use another word that he understood. He understood the word I used. He understood it. He really understood it. He understood it till his hands started shaking. Hey, Pops, I promise you, I'll never. I said, yeah, you're telling me that now, all right? But I'm putting you to the test. Don't you ever. And you better not ever raise your voice to my daughter. Don't do it. Y'all might be doing it away from me, but you better not do it in my presence. Yes, Pop. Yes, Pop. I got you. All right. And I hugged him. I hugged him. All right, son. Let this be the peace that you and I make from this day forth. Right? And from that day forth, I never heard him raise his voice to my daughter. That was 2021. He opened up a business on the north side, on the west side. He has been an extraordinary, wonderful father to both, because for those of you who may not know, she got pregnant twice. He is a provider. He loves that family. So, here is the baby reveal. When she was moping around, people was like, she needs a girl. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe she needs, because I already have a grandson. Walter Jr. So that needs to be a girl. And then God said, no, that needs to be a boy. See, because Chuck has a daughter. And he's taking good care of her. He's a good provider. For those of you who think that young people don't know what they're doing, this young man is a good provider. So they already have a daughter, so they needed a son. See, it was all about me. God says, this ain't about you. It is about Rebecca and her family. Y'all understand? It's about her and her family. Leave it up to me, God says, about marriage and all that stuff. Don't bring that stuff up. That's between me and them. Don't force nothing. Just let her have her family. So when it came time for the reveal, you were supposed to put pink on if it was a girl, and you put blue on if it was a boy. I woke up that morning, and I put on a blue shirt, and I put a black jacket, and I zipped it up, and I went to the reveal. So when you walk into the reveal, you've got to pick a thing up, or whatever you're wearing, they know you think it's a girl or boy. I hid my blue, and I didn't pick up the purple. I mean the blue lollipop or whatever it was, or the pink. I just didn't touch nothing, but I had that. So we went through the motions, and then it was come time for them to hit that balloon. Well, you can see it here. Y'all know I record everything. Okay, what's she gonna do? Bust something? What's going on? Tell me.
We can still cover our ears because it's probably
It might be the trick in there. That
Oh.
might probably go
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yep, ready. What is it? 1, 2, 3.
What?
Okay,
What?
let's go to the box.
What does that mean? It's tricky.
I got a photographic memory. I don't even know what it is.
It's smuggling. Watch out! Watch out! It's balloon! They laid it down. It's a twin! It's a twin! It's not twins. Don't you say it, period. Y'all twins. Now both of y'all gonna do this at the same time though. You gonna throw the ball. I gotta figure out what this.
You killing me, Jazz!
Okay.
I was so confused. I was like, what's going on?
Okay.
Pop something.
You gonna twist this, Rebecca. The top goes to the right and the bottom goes to the left. And at the same time, you're gonna bounce this ball. Wait, what? Wait, what? You see how it is? Just rub it in like that. Yeah, just like that. But don't do it right now. Let's count down. Stop. Wow, this is the biggest moment. Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna do a countdown starting from 5, okay? Okay. Yeah. Well, you can just have to get over here. You wanna? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but they can't see it.
Okay, LeBron.
Come on.
I want blue, baby. That's why I want blue, baby. That's why I want blue, baby. That's why I want a blue, baby. That's why I want a blue, baby. Why I want a blue. Yeah. That's why I want a blue. That's why I want a blue. I had it zipped up. They didn't see it. As soon as that thing went poof, I unzipped it and I said, that's why I want a blue, baby. I knew that was going to be a boy. I knew it. And Amir. Now, Amir is a very unusual child because it was actually kind of difficult for me to love on Amir because he wasn't Walter Jr. All right, here's my transparency here. He wasn't Walter Jr. Jr. He wasn't my son. See, that's somebody else's boy. Do y'all understand when I say that? Amir is somebody else's boy. The father belongs to some other man. See, my son had a son, and that son was mine. But another man had a man, and that man hooked up with my daughter and had y'all get it. So this young man is in my house who belongs to another man. And it was kind of difficult. Remember earlier in the show, I was talking about how men are like this? Well, we're also that way with our grandchildren when it is from another man, when we don't understand how this works. That's innate in us. Ladies, y'all just love everybody. Y'all love everybody. But a lion will approach a lioness who have cubs and kill the babies. Do y'all understand? Other animals do the same thing. Kill the babies and then lay with that female to have its own. So that boy was in my house crying and drinking the milk and I'm like, this kid is in my house, don't even belong to me, but I'm gonna accept it. Let me tell y'all something. Her first name is Loyal, by the way, Loyal Amir. That little Loyal Amir Bates, that mixed Mexican black child has grown on me so heavy that when he's not here, sometimes I get lonely. That's how pathetic it is with he and I. It's pathetic. He started to grow, and he would look at me with those eyes. He would reach up to me as if I was the greatest thing in his life. I used to call him Meerkat because he would sit up like those meerkats. And he just reached out to my heart and took it and massaged my heart. And that was and I knew that was the Lord doing that because I had just like, all right, baby girl, get your child. Now it was like, my grandson is crying, or my grandson is hungry, or my grandson want to go out to play. That little Mexican black boy, let me tell you, he is my heart. And these are the things that happen when we don't understand the love of God, even as it pertains to us. So I still adore my grandson, Walter Jones Jr. You know, that's going to always be my heart because he's got my name. But the scriptures talks about that the stone that the builders rejected became the chief of the corner. Shh. Let me tell you, that boy right there, That boy's my heart. All right, so let me quit this, you all. Let me see if I can go to YouTube. I mean Facebook. So you see, down through the years, we have definitely been we have definitely been a team down through the years. Down through the years, God's been good to me. Oh, down. This is the picture. That is the house where that Negro told me, "Who are you?" That's his door right there. Yeah. This is us at church at my birthday. I told her, "Come, I want you next to me. Baby girl, I need you next to me." She graduated from high school here. Oh, we've been together a long, long time. This is her protecting me because some girl was on the block. That's us at my radio station, Urban Broadcast Media. She just went with me wherever. We at church doing the Kojic thing. This is her 23rd birthday, I think it is. It snowed that day. Today in history, there was a snowstorm. And I had caterers, I had DJ and everything. And only a couple of people could show up because they were all snowed out. But we still had a party. Look how young that boy. Look how young that boy. That boy young. That boy young. Yeah. That's my ride or die right there, y'all. And that's her graduation from college. I had a moment right there. I sat there and somebody took that picture. Me looking at my baby. At the graduation, somebody had held this picture up in the auditorium. And everybody, it must have been about a couple thousand people in that auditorium. And this was the only picture people saw. It was raised in the air. And everybody in that auditorium was like, "Who is this big picture? Who was this girl?" And they were like, "The father, did the father do that?" I was like, "Yeah, I did it." But I ain't do that. Her best friend did that. Yeah. Memories. Like the corners of my mind. All right, you all, I'm done. I was only going to go live for a few minutes, but looked like I went live for an hour and 13 minutes. Baby girl is home. She was supposed to go out with her man, and I think they did go out. So she's home now because it's hot down here and the heat is on. I wanted to come on here. But here's what you all could do if you want to be a blessing to Rebecca. There's her Cash App. She don't know I'm doing this. But if you want to be a blessing to her, Chair Mom, CharChairMom, Chair Mom. That's her Cash App. Whatever you send, you just put in the subject matter, your daddy. The Sir Walter Jones Show or something. So she'll know where it come from, or the bunkers or something. Y'all can say whatever. All right. I want her to know that I love her very dearly, and that turning 30 is a big achievement. Being black and living in America, well, being black and living in Chicago especially, turning 30 is achievement that many black youths here don't think that they would ever achieve. Ain't that something? So I thank God that the Lord kept her long enough so she could give me my grandbabies. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Go to Patreon, and you can look at the video of baby girl when she was 19. All right? It's free. Go there. Check it out. And I thank y'all for coming over here to the Sir Walter Jones Show. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube, if you please, to know that we are going live. I'll see y'all again this Saturday for the Sunday school lesson. Unless I go live tomorrow, which I rarely don't go live on Friday, but I might sneak in something, I don't know. Because I want to talk about heresy and the spirit of Antichrist, Sunday night, 9 o'clock. See y'all over there, okay? Take care of yourselves and one another. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All right? The same thing happens when a mother's son has a child. The baby has a mother, and she is not you. Yeah. You actually have to take a step backwards to the other grandmother. Yes. Because that's who she's going to call when the baby gets sick, not you. That's good, Rogers. That's good stuff. Looking at some of these other comments. Yeah, that's good. All right. Dinah, I love you. Dinah Review is a blessing to us, y'all. It's a blessing. Hey, Dinah, when is your birthday? When is your birthday? Put in the comment section. I want to know, when is Dinah's birthday? I like to know. And when y'all see it, put it in your phone. Put it in your phone. That needs to be a national holiday. I'm not gonna go until Dinah put a birthday up there. When is your birthday? I think it's important that we April. What? Y'all will never forget it. Her birthday is April 1st. Wow. You all will never forget that day. April 1st. Y'all put it in your calendars. Put it in there. Put it in there. Wow. Of all days. Of all days. I missed her birthday. I did. I will never forget it from now on. I'm putting it in front of y'all. I'm putting it in there. And not only am I putting it in there, I'm putting it on repeat every year. There it is. Bam. I'll never forget that birthday again. April Fools. I know they be having a time on your birthday because you don't know who telling the truth or not. Yeah, April Fool's Day. Yeah, you don't know who telling the truth. I bet you like, today's my birthday. They're like, you lying. It's April Fool. All right, y'all. I'm yapping at the mouth. Listen, if you did not come to the Zoom class on Tuesday, it's in Patreon. Every month, we're deciding to put the Zoom class in Patreon, in the premium area. Understand? Not on the free area. We're putting it in the premium area. So if you all have paid your $12, we're putting it over there. We are putting a lot of stuff in the premium. So those of you who have not signed up for the Patreon premium, you are missing out. Because I'm getting ready to start shooting some stuff here with Elder Rodney Jones. And we're going to put that stuff in there in another couple of days. And so those who are part of premium, I'm about to bless y'all with all kind of secrets. All right. Okay. Because y'all are putting me through college. And so that's what it's for. It's a fundraiser so that I can go to this seminary and not have a debt. That's what it's for. All right, y'all. Take care of yourselves and one another. God, I thank you for my baby. From the day I first saw her, I knew that you were going to connect us in a special way. When fathers are walking away from their daughters, I could never leave my baby. Amen. Blessings to you. Andre Spencer from the... Yes. Wow. My brother is here. So I thank you, God, because my baby had a baby and it had another baby. My family is growing on the day when they both told me that they will never bring a child in this world. My son and my daughter said it'll never happen. I now have 3. How beautiful and blessed are my seed. Continue, God, to bless my family. Protect my daughter when she's in and when she's out. She's coming and she's going. When she's with those children, I know you will, because you promised her to me. My time on the earth is shorter than hers. I can't always be around, and so God, pour into that young man. Bless Charles Sr. anoint him, save him if he's not, so that he could be a good lover for her. Everything she needed in a man is him. I know you'll do it. We love you, God, and we give your name the praise in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Take care, y'all. Bye.
The 4 Women That Men Desire by Sir Walter Jones is a women's guide to men. The authors endeavor to expose men fundamentally with his perspective on the types of women that men truly desire. He has meticulously penned a brilliant and controversial read, bold in its assertion that all women fall into one of 4 categories. Girl A, the side chick. Girl B, the mistress. Girl C, his soulmate. Or Girl D, his fatal attraction. And when a woman walks into a room, her category is showing. The 4 Women That Men Desire is funny, informative, and enlightening. It is a quick read and a must-have for your library. Head over to Amazon.com for your copy.